Sued my boss and won. Hey everyone. I just wanted to share a little victory in my life that I think might resonate with some of you. So, for the longest time, I felt like I was being underpaid at work for the total number of hours that I was working. And I started keeping track of my hours before and after work on a timesheet. It turned out I was actually being underpaid. I work in hospitality, which is notorious for underpaying people. I won't name names. So I wasn't super surprised to learn that I was getting shafted. Not cool, right? After mustering up the courage to confront my boss about it and getting nowhere, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I did some research, gathered all the necessary evidence, and decided to take legal action. It was nerve-wracking, to say the least, but I felt like I had to stand up for myself and for what I knew I deserved. My boss scoffed at me and told me that it wasn't worth suing them, and a lot of my friends told me that it would create a hostile work environment, but I just had enough. Long story short, after a bit of a legal battle, I came out on top. Believe me, it was a process, but the results were priceless. The court ruled in my favor, and I was awarded the rightful compensation for all those hours and efforts I had put into my job. It came out to like $2,400 after lawyers' fees. I'm not saying everyone should run to the courthouse at the first sign of trouble, but sometimes you have to fight for what you're worth. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, whether it's through conversations with your employer or, if necessary, legal action. Remember, you're not just an employee. You're a valuable contributor, and you deserve to be treated and compensated accordingly. Has anyone else had a similar experience? I'd love to hear your stories and share in the victories. Big or small, let's support each other in standing up for what's right. Biceps. I just wanted to tell everyone that I won, and this post is my little way of doing a victory lap. Should have sued for the wages plus legal fees. If I steal $2,400, I go to prison for felony theft. The same should happen to your boss. He is a criminal. You can also get these results by going to the labor board with that evidence. And it can be anonymous. Good work thing. That's awesome. Sweet. It would be awesome if the court had ordered the owner to display a notice at the workplace that says something like, "This place of work has been found guilty of wage theft by XYZ County Court. Such and such dates, etc." I didn't sue, but I went through the employment tribunal system in the UK and got £6,000. Represented myself, so had no legal fees. I also ended up at a better company with a promotion and a 30% wage increase. At the time I couldn't have fathomed it, but things couldn't have worked out for the better. Thank my lucky stars all the time that I don't work at my previous workplace anymore. I joined a class action lawsuit against a previous employer for improperly paid overtime back in February. Still waiting to see what happens. Honestly, no idea if I was underpaid or not, but if they win, it might be a surprise check in the mail eventually. I did a class action against my company just because my boss made a joke about stealing our wages. When I brought it up, as long as I work accordingly, I can't be fired or the lawyer will sue for more than the $250,000 they already lost. Bosses need to learn to bite their tongue. Good on you for getting what you deserve and giving them what they deserve. $2,400 after lawyers' fees. How much were the fees? And congrats. Hands clapping, hands clapping, hands clapping. I've sued 2 different employers for FLSA violations. One settled, and one turned into a class action that they lost. These employers are so emboldened. If you just document things, you can easily win. There are so few people that take the time and trouble to stand up to them. former coworker sued the company I work for because she was fired after 3 months for not fulfilling her job duties, when in reality it was a personality clash between her and my boomer manager. My manager has been with the company for over 25 years and pretty much has a lot of power and influence in the organization. She got over a year worth of back pay and actually gave me a bit of some because I was able to smuggle out evidence of his toxic behavior to give to her lawyers. I did this to a landlord who tried to take my entire security deposit. His lawyer served me documents with blatant misspellings. He wanted to charge me $140 extra for paint and labor, which he can't do for normal wear and tear. So because he wanted to charge me $140 extra, he ended up paying over $9,000 because my lawyer wasn't cheap. Thai Small Claims Court. Good job. It's not about the money with something like that. It's about setting the bar for you and everyone else there. Congrats on setting that bar. In a case like this, the monetary amount can be immaterial to the satisfaction of having won and cost the employer money. Not always, but op can look back and laugh at what they did for years to come. Hell yeah. I hope everyone finds inspiration in this, that sometimes you definitely do have a case and it's worth it to pursue. I was a financial advisor that was part of a class action lawsuit against a firm, no names but rhymes with feral cinch. Even though I didn't do any of the legwork in getting the action started, I reaped the benefits. I think I actually got 2 checks out of it, although I can't remember now how much. Wish I could upvote this more. Congrats on the win. Congratulations. I hope you have collected your judgment. If not, be prepared for another aggravating process. Good for you. If more people did that, employers would think twice before trying to rip off their workers. They should have gave you $7 grand for hustling you.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.